Yo, the views and the expressions of Bone Man's program are not necessarily the views and expressions of Cat Television.
Viewer discretion is advised, boneheads. Hello there, viewers, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Bone Man Rhapsody. Today I have a very special guest, the president and champion of the No Coast Battle League. I introduce to you XQZ. Oh, great. I'm so glad you're here on the show. We got a lot to talk about. Well, how did you get involved in all of this rap battling or even just hip hop in general?
I mean, I don't know. I've been listening to hip hop since I was probably like 10, and I'm 22 now, so that's pretty crazy. But like, so I've always just been into generally into hip hop, and I guess I just kind of found the whole battle thing just randomly through I'd randomly see on MTV or on 106 in Park. I'd see that, and then obviously 8 Mile came out, and so all those little battles you kind of run into just randomly watching TV. I kind of and the kind of hip hop I was originally into was all diss tracks and stuff like that too. So I was just really into the whole competitive side of it, and then when I saw this, when things like Jump Off and Smack DVD and those things started getting bigger, then it was like, okay, this is like a legitimate thing that happens. Like
it's
people,
real.
yeah, like people battle, they just insult each other, rap. I just really like the concept of having that competitive side to it. And that's I think what really drew me to it.
Are you working on any music right now?
I've been saying forever that I want to work on music, and I mean it's definitely it's been a goal of mine just because I mean that's what rap music is what I always find it inspiring. Like I think there's so much talent and so much more you can do with music than battles. Obviously, I think it takes a lot more skill to make good music than to be a good battle rapper. And so I always wish I could kind of force myself to get into a studio and do a few things. But personally, I don't feel like I right now I really know enough. I want to get in the studio. I want to learn how to do it. I feel like I want to start from scratch and just learn how to make music. And so right now it's not happening, but hopefully, once this whole kind of battle thing subsides for a little bit, then
definitely
focus on that a little more.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely requires a lot of concentration, a lot of time, focus, energy. What has it been like being in charge of the rap league?
It's crazy because I've been from right when I've found out about No Coast, that was my freshman year here at Mizzou. I just randomly came across a battle that was tagged Columbia Missouri Battle League, and I had no idea anything was going on like that over here. So from the moment I got involved with No Coast, I always felt like I was at least always kind of involved in setting events up. I mean, because when it's such a small movement, you need everyone to be involved in setting events up, even if you're not technically on the staff or whatever. So we always kind of, that was our whole thing, was we always ran this kind of together. So being kind of put in charge of this last event, it's nothing new really, but it's definitely when you're the one people are contacting, you're the one battle rappers like to complain to, about whatever. It's how it can be stressful, but when March 1st rolls around and get to watch some battles that I've always wanted to see and just have another great event, I definitely feel like it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be cool to see it all come together.
Oh yeah, definitely. And So when is this event happening?
This event is the No Coast Grand Finale. That's March 1st and 2nd at the Bridge, which is 1020 East Walnut.
Walnut.
Yes.
Right on, yeah. And I guess these events will probably begin around, say like 9 or 10?
Yeah, we're shooting, I think, right now for 10 on Friday night, and then maybe closer to 11 on Saturday night, just based on the venue booking. But I mean, once you're there, things start happening. We'll have freestyles going. We'll have the legendary DJ Pompey scratching. Yeah. It'll be there's never really any time where nothing's going on. So once you show up to the Bridge, then it's rap battle central, basically.
Perhaps you could talk about some of the battles that are going to be happening.
Sure. I mean, the main event, which we've had booked for a long time, it's Thesaurus versus Sid Vicious. Thesaurus, of course, kind of by many people considered one of the legends in battle rap, because he's been doing this since the days when it was all freestyle and just in small local, wherever he could, you would just battle people. He won every major competition you could think of, and
twice,
2 times, yeah. And so it's gonna be. I know he's definitely a guy a lot of guys in this league, and really in any league, kind of look up to. And then he'll be battling Sid Vicious, who he doesn't have the same longevity, but he's definitely in this current era. Like he's definitely made a name for himself. He's battled. He hasn't battled one easy opponent. Everyone he's battled has just been. It's no walk in the park, and he's got crazy energy, and he's the kind of guy who can win a crowd who knows nothing about battle rap just off of his delivery and his projections. So, that's a great, and they both requested that battle. Like, they've been wanting to battle each other, which is the best kind. So I'm definitely excited for that one. We got, in terms of the No Coast regulars, we got the King's Offspring, who I'm sure any No Coast fans familiar with. Isaac battling D Mites from New York, who's both of them are regulars here. Air Jordan battling Everybody Knows from Hawaii. Remedy from St. Louis, who is personally one of my favorite battlers. Like he came out here a while ago, battled Johnny Storm, and dude just in this kind of day and age where battle rap is at, everyone's using kind of the same style, this wordplay, and the same kind of the same type of lines. But he's kind of completely on his own path. He just out raps people. He just, he doesn't worry about any of that. He just goes with whatever he comes up with, and his style is just crazy. So it's always entertaining to see him battle.
Perhaps could you talk a little bit on the history of the No Coast Battle League, and perhaps you could touch on like how far we've come.
This is our last official No Coast event on March 1st, and it's while when our league ends, in the grand scheme of things, obviously it's things are gonna go on just like they were. We're not, but for people who were part of it, it was kind of a crazy ride, and it was a great experience. So
definitely,
I'm a senior at Mizzou now, and when I was a freshman, so this must have been back like September 2009. I just randomly came across Sweet Youth versus Dutch Newman, which is that's no one. I don't think a lot of people who even follow No Coast now even know about that.
Right,
but
right.
It was cool at the time because Sweet Youth was like this random. I don't know. Like, he was in everyone's eyes. He was this random kid, and he was battling Dutch Newman, who's like a veteran in Kansas City. Like, he's kind of a staple in their scene, and Sweet Youth just completely bodied him.
Yeah.
But I was entertained by that, and it was cool to see something like that going on in Columbia, because I never would have expected that, and I was already a big fan of battle rap in general, so I knew I wanted to get involved. But basically, the cool thing is, the first 2 events were I think in Peace Park, and they it was just like 10 guys standing around and a couple people battling each other. But within a year, we had events at the Blue Note, which is the biggest venue in town. We've had events since then at Stankowski, Mojo's, every spot that people go to, and it went from whoever we could convince to try a rap battle to flying in some of the bigger names in battle rap in such a short time. It's been cool to see, and I mean, it's, while it's, it's definitely, I think the brand of battle rap we deliver is definitely, it's not for everyone, and we get a lot of criticism, and it's, we apply to different, I guess, tastes, and we try to be, have a wide variety of styles and stuff here, but overall the I guess support and everything we've gotten over the years has just been, I never would have expected that from just seeing the first couple videos and just how we've grown and kind of the different things we've accomplished. Like, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be real happy with kind of the experience over the last 4 years.
Random question. Is your sister in fact a groupie?
No, and it's wow. It's anyone who's watched my battles. No, my sister was actually on Jeopardy a few years ago, and she was talking about, Alex Trebek was asking her a question about what her, because it was the college edition, so he was asking like what she plans to do after college, and she said one of her dream jobs would be like a publicist for a band, and Alex Trebek kind of flipped that and just said, so you mean you'd be like a groupie? So, and then
On
I guess
national television.
somehow, and I mean, I thought it was hilarious. Like, Deadbeat brought that up when I battled him the second time, and I thought that was the first time in a battle like someone really kind of like dug deep and went, instead of just Jewish jokes or whatever people usually say. Like, that I did not see that coming at all. So like, I thought it was hilarious that he even brought that up, and my sister was in the crowd and she thought it was funny too. So.
Oh, good. As long as there was no, real hurt feelings.
Right. None of us really could be offended, I don't think, by anything anyone says in a battle.
Yeah, it's only a battle, Pete.
Exactly.
It's only a battle. Well, this has been a very exciting interview. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
And all you viewers at home, you can follow XQZ on the Twitter at XQZ approved.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
XQZapproved.com, nocoastraps.com. Watch the battles. Grand finale March 1st. It's going to be cracking.
Stay tuned, boneheads. This program was produced with the assistance of CAT facilities at Stevens College in Columbia, Missouri. Copyright 2013. Bone Man.